Standing next to a couple state champions, it never gets old, does it, ladies? Does it? No? No? Okay, that's good to hear. I'm David Sutter from KOWB. We've got juniors Abigail, Whitman, and Emmy Johnson. Junior year, you both repeated in your individual events. I'll begin with you, Abigail.
Okay.
Another state title for you this year. You won one in Nordic skiing, but how big was it to repeat the 800 for you on Friday last week?
It was pretty big. I just like keeping that streak going and seeing if I can just keep doing that and increasing my time.
Okay. You defend your crown on the 300 hurdles.
Mm-hmm.
Is that like a parents brother thing
I
in the
feel like-
hurdles?
yeah.
In the hurdles?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what was it like in that race?
I don't know, that was a good race. It was freezing cold because it was raining and snowing at the same time. But I was feeling good coming into it, and I was a little mad that I didn't win the 100, so I had some fuel. And then, I don't know, it just went pretty well. I didn't get my steps in the last 2 hurdles, but I didn't get them in prelims either, and I just was making sure I was going fast and like sprinting the last 2 instead of like stretching for 17 when the weather wasn't that good, so that was a good race.
We'll talk about the weather in a moment. Anchored relays. How exciting was that? Start with your medley relay.
Yeah.
Take me through, where were you when you got the baton in the 1600 meter sprint medley relay last Thursday?
I think it was really close. I think I was in like 3rd or something when I got the baton. I passed the 2nd place girl pretty quick, and then it took till the last 50 meters till I passed the 1st place girl. But it was really fun. I love relays and having that.
It seemed like a couple freshmen came through on that relay that, well, let's just say Coach Bradfield wasn't quite sure about going in. Maybe Coach Chabron had some more confidence.
Yeah.
What did you girls feel like going into that when you maybe weren't ranked as high?
I definitely felt like we could still win it. Both of those freshmen are really fast and definitely have been training for it. And then Rachel and I did it last year, so we were ready to compete.
Your relay, you're a lot shorter distance than what she had to run on Thursday. What was that like? Take me through that race and how you saw things kind of develop in the 4x1.
Yeah, I think we were pretty confident going in because we had won regionals and I think we were the only team under 49 like the whole year, under 50 I mean, like running 50 49s. And so we were excited, but we just had to make sure we got out and did handoffs well and just ran our hardest, and I think it went super good.
Where were you when you got the baton? Obviously running the anchor leg, duh, but.
I think we were in first when I got the baton.
Okay.
By like at least a little bit, and then I think I had to catch up like maybe to someone. I don't know. I feel like we were in front when I got the baton.
I feel like the whole weekend was a blur.
A little bit.
Weather-wise, how was it running in the different elements? Was it better on Thursday, Friday for you and your races?
Yeah, it was definitely better on Thursday and Friday. It was like cold, but also nice, which I love running in, just a little bit colder. And then Saturday it was just cold and raining, so that was just kind of rough.
Now you had the fastest times in your qualifying races on Friday. How much did the conditions impact you Saturday?
Yeah, I think it was pretty rough. Warming up was kind of a struggle, and I don't know if my hip felt okay enough just like coming out of the blocks. I just didn't have good starts, and I think that was not very helpful in the 2 and the 1.
A few hundredths of a second in the 2 or 1,
Yeah.
that makes a big difference. Anything happen in the hurdles race that impacted the 200 there?
Not really. I think it's just for practicing like the whole like season. I did like 600 meters at the most like every other day. And so running 2 days in a row just like was not something I had done that much, and it was just not a good day like Friday was. So
Cold conditions, not great. Now you two have been kind of in and out health injury wise. Has that played more of a role than you would have liked to have during this season?
Yeah, I've definitely been sick for a lot of this season, and so I missed out on a lot of training. And I think with a little more training, I might have done a bit better.
What about for you?
yeah, mine's the same way. I just didn't train enough because we were being super.
So what do we got to do to get you healthy? I mean, you guys are state champions, but I know you would like a little bit more. Let's just put it that way. How tough was it to finish short to Central 2nd straight year?
Yeah, that was pretty sad, especially because we were so close, and like if a few of us would have just done a little differently, then we would have gotten it. But that's okay.
Well, you're state champions, runner-up team-wise. You brought home a couple big trophies. How would you kind of characterize your junior year between cross-country, indoor, and outdoor?
it's been a good year, I think. Definitely a lot more to come, and I think I've set foot in something exciting. So.
All right. What about for you?
I would just say we're more determined than ever going into the next year because we won indoor, which gives us some confidence, and then cross and outdoor, we're so close. So we just got to see what we can do the next year.
You two are like opposite. You're like bubbly personality, a little quiet over here. You've been growing up together all through these years, right?
Yeah.
Is that a little? You guys used to each other now?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, congratulations, state champion.
Thank
state
you.
champion. Close to the team title. It's there next year, 2020. They only lose, I think, Katisak and Bosi in terms of qualifiers from the state track team this year, and indoor and outdoor state. Look for big things for these girls and probably, hopefully, the boys in 2020.